Dr. Anthony Fauci is set to testify before the Senate tomorrow after Senator Rand Paul released more than 1,000 pages of Fauci's private pandemic-era journal entries, or his diary. Paul says those entries contradict some of Fauci's public statements, including these comments about the origin of COVID-19.
They said it was something like 24 cases in this wet market.
This was jumping from an animal to a human in the context of the wet market.
The origin was from the Wuhan wet market.
So that's what he said in public. But in a January 2020 journal entry, Fauci wrote, quote, "Now we know the market was not the source, it was the amplifier." Having said that, somewhere the virus jumped from animals to humans.
So ahead of tomorrow's hearing, let's bring in a Senate Homeland Security Committee member and Wisconsin Senator Sen Johnson. Senator, when you looked at the 1,100 pages of his diary, and no one's been more aggressive, bar none, in an outrage during the pandemic, and more aggressive in the investigation than you, and you were shelved when you guys went into the minority. When you looked at the 1,100 pages, what stood out to you that really what really angered you?
Morning, guys. Well, first of all, I just have to say my thoughts and prayers are with everybody in the Fox Valley area of Wisconsin who got devastated by a EF3 tornado yesterday. Nashville particularly hit. I wish I could be there with you. I'll be there this weekend, and we'll tour that and make sure you can recover. But again, my heart goes out to those folks. Listen, we just got the diary. We got a lot of information from 8 of his 11 or 12 devices. And again, I really thank Bobby Kennedy for his commitment to radical transparency. We got 11 million pages earlier. What stands out to you is how grossly dishonest Fauci was. I mean, he was saying publicly, writing to his little diary, I guess, he kept for his, his book at some point in time. Totally contradicts it. So again, I'm not learning very much new. I mean, I always knew he was a megalomaniac. I knew he was lying repeatedly. Now we're just getting more and more documentation of it. So I'm looking forward to being able to ask him questions tomorrow.
It's interesting. You said he was a megalomaniac. He loved being in the spotlight, and he writes a lot about that. But, Senator, a lot of the stuff we wound up doing, we figured, okay, the federal government's telling us to do this because there's science behind it. It sounds like there wasn't a lot of science behind a lot of the crap we went through.
Yeah, no, Steve, there was, because Fauci was the science, remember? Again, what a narcissist. So no, let's face it. Anthony Fauci was funding gain-of-function research before the moratorium. The moratorium ended up being a joke because it allowed them to circumvent and continue to fund gain-of-function research. He lied about that to Congress. He knew about Ralph Baric. He knew about Peter Daszak. He knew about the labs in China. So he was fully aware of this. I think all of his lies were basically a massive cover-up of his involvement in the creation of the coronavirus to create a pandemic. Then, once that pandemic began, he focused everything on a vaccine. Not a vaccine, it's really an experimental gene therapy, okay? Sabotaged early treatment, whether it's hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, these cheap generic drugs. Instead, push remdesivir, which, by the way, nurses call it run, death is near. It knocks out your kidney. So just about everything he did leading up to the creation of the coronavirus, his funding of the research that I think resulted in it, the devastating impact in the shutdowns, masking. You ever see a little child wear a mask and yet they had to wear those masks, set back their learning? I mean, the devastation of our response, our miserably failed response, largely falls on the shoulders of Anthony Fauci and the lies he told and his hubris.
Yeah, Senator, he talks about denying closing schools. He said that in public, but then in his diary, he talks about having conversations with Bill de Blasio and with Gavin Newsom about closing schools in New York City, closing schools in California. So he negates what he wrote. 2 totally different stories. He talks about being the most famous and talked about person in the country. I'm sure y'all will ask him about this tomorrow. What can we expect in the hearing?
Well, he was probably one of the most famous people at that time. I think he'll go down in history as one of the most infamous villains of history. Again, it is going to take us time. We literally just, Senator Paul and my office just got those devices. Senator Paul, and I appreciate the fact, releasing the public. We're going to go through them thoroughly. Combine them with the 11 million pages we got, with what we found about how FDA knew of the fact that their algorithm was going to mask safety signals. They saw the safety signals. By the way, One of them was pulmonary infarction, which 5 months later, apparently Anthony Fauci had a pulmonary infarction, told no one. I'll ask him, did you suspect that the COVID injections caused your pulmonary infarction? Maybe you should have warned the American public about these things. So again, FDA knew, he knew, the safety signals were screaming at them. We had something like 40 to 50,000 reports to VAERS prior to 2021. We had over 1 million reports submitted to VAERS in 2021 after the injection. We had 21,000 deaths, and they saw no safety signals. So no, there's a lot to be. He needs to be held accountable for.
Going to be a big hearing.
Yes, it will be. We'll be
Thanks,
watching.
Senator.
Thank you, Senator.
And you got your social media sidelined too because you were investigating. Meanwhile,
be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.